Have you seen the new Tucker Carlson special?
I haven't seen a single one ever.
So
I don't watch the news.
The news. So like Tucker Carlson has, of course, the regular show where he does his monologues and stuff, but he has another, like, I think it might be internet based, where he does these longer, like, series types things. And if I understand the premise, I've only read about it and watched videos about it. I haven't seen it directly, but I'm curious. He's saying that in men, testosterone or sperm counts are going down, and it's changing the way our culture works to allow LGBTQT women to be the dominant cultural movement, and these beta guys are like just being roughed up by them, getting cucked, and that's why the nation is moving to the left and Democrats are the way they are. Like, it's basically the premise of it.
And that seems unrealistic.
That seems like something that only a guy that has everything in his life paid for would even fucking care about.
I was stuck on this idea of Tucker Carlson calling everyone up
now. Like, what else are you going to be pissed off about? He's going to be like, dudes aren't as strong or whatever. Women are doing more things now. Like,
how's Tucker going to call everyone a beta cuck? Tucker, like, think of every anchor man in like in the news, right? Chris Cuomo kicks Tucker's ass. Prime Chris Wallace kicks his ass. Jake Tapper kicks his ass. Sean Hannity, I'm looking for. He kicks Tucker Carlson's ass. You're on mute, Taylor. A prime Bill O'Reilly. Is there anyone more beta than Tucker Carlson?
So let me get this straight.
You could take Rachel Maddow.
Touche.
Do you have to be tough to tell the news though?
You have to be tough to call everyone else a beta cuck, low T idiot.
I think it does help to be a bitch if you're a news person.
You missed the point. He's talking about like
you haven't seen, you never even heard of this.
Well, I'm just going on the way you described it. If anyone's at fault, it's you.
Yeah. Name one bad thing Tucker's done ever.
One.
You got me.
Name one bit of misinformation. He was trying to keep us out of Ukraine. You can't.
He's on Russia's side.
I don't know.
And I don't say that like my interpretation. He's like, they're telling me I can't be on Russia's side, which I am.
I think that a lot of people agree with what Tucker's saying there, to a point. Like him mixing the LGBT thing or whatever in there is like his own like spin on something that's like a widely held little cultural belief by a lot of like sociologists and I don't know, internet scientists.
I know that like his like point about gay people or whatever, I don't understand that, but I know that like scientists have been tracking testosterone for a while. It is going down, like because of like environmental causes. They think that like the use of some plastics and stuff that can get into you, because like that's why there was like a big thing of like BPA free now with plastics, because like it used to be they didn't use those for shaker bottles, and then they're like, oh fuck, we did a bunch of research and it looks like this has something in it that's leaching out into your drink. And so I could totally see, like, think of how much the world has changed since the Industrial Revolution. Like, we're dealing with stuff in our environment that no other large human populations ever have before. So it seems like it'd be hard to narrow down.
Do you think testosterone kind of like, like masculine, how am I trying to phrase this here? Do you think like, I don't hunt for my fucking food. I go to the grocery store and go like, I want the food and I get it for me. But like back in the day, my grandpa, he went out and he was like, hey, it's the Great Depression. I found me a possum. I'm going to put this thing in a fucking cage, name it, feed it a bunch of sweet potatoes till it doesn't taste like garbage anymore. And then I'm going to twist its fucking head off, and like doing like weird masculine shit like that, or like going and like my uncle used to just go hunt boar and he would shoot it, and then it would be on the ground. He'd go over there and fucking knife it in the throat 37 times to make sure it's dead. I'm like, I would have like PTSD if I did one of those things. Like I can't even like.
I've done all those things. They're fun. All right. I think testosterone levels probably have dropped.
No, I'm saying like, do you think doing that thing, do you think that's like that, like, it makes a more masculine person?
That it increases your testosterone?
Yeah. Do you think like doing things like that?
Oh,
my body probably knows it has no need for testosterone because I haven't done anything manly. I scared a dog off last week from my property.
That's strong. So I know that doing squats
and it like ran. I got testosterone. My man boobs disappeared immediately. I felt stronger, more.
Came back the next morning.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of environmental things like that can increase testosterone. I know that like doing squats like raises your testosterone, just like that physical activity of doing them does.
Yeah, heavy lifting does.
I'm sure there's lots of things like that. Yeah.
So I tried to find a better source for why testosterone is dropped than the other things, and it appears that this is according to Urology Times, which I assume to be subject matter experts and not political. It is a population in America has aged compared to where it was before. We have more old people than we used to, and the body fat has gone up, which also lowers
that makes sense.
So fatter people and older people have lower T. They're not pointing to plastics at Urology Times, but maybe Tucker Carlson knows better.
I have no idea. I just
no, I've heard the plastic
thing is something I've heard, but yeah, the fat thing is probably the most salient. Like
and age,
yeah, like carrying that much adipose tissue like does fuck up your endocrine system.
People living longer, right? Like maybe I'm sure, I don't know to what extent, but if everyone used to die at 70 and now they die at 80, then there's that whole chunk of population bringing down the averages that didn't exist.
Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. But you would think that like it would balance out somewhere. I don't know. Like yeah, I guess not.
You think
no, you're right.
More masculine now.
Of course not. Of course not.
And the boomers are such a big generation. You know, I guess that makes sense. They're kind of like top heavy.
I'd like to see Fox News take that approach. Average T levels are dropping because of you fucking boomers, and the whole audience is like, "What? You hurt my feelings."
Yeah, like
that's not gonna Tucker has to go on and be like, "In American news, you're all too fat." And then immediately like show canceled. It's like you went against the golden goose, fat old people.
Yeah.
Have you noticed who advertises on every news network? It's dick pills and fucking heart medication. Those are the people who buy products, who still watch the news.
Okay. Wait. Your little producer here, guy hanging out behind the scenes, is dropping information. He says the average 20 to 34-year-old man could apply 98 pounds of force with a right-handed grip, down from 117 pounds by a man of the same age in 1985. Yeah, like we ain't working in factories no more, dude. We got computers and things. Like, of course, our hand grip strength isn't going to be...
I'm with
like what it was back then. Like every dude like went off to go work at the factory when he was in like 7th grade.
All right, so the guy from 1985 could squeeze 100. If the guy from 85 could squeeze 115 or whatever, what could the guy from 1950 squeeze? I bet it was 130 or something. Yeah. And go back 30 more. The farther you go back, they're just getting stronger and stronger.
With this one. Yeah, okay. I'm
back when everyone was a blacksmith or a wagon wheel maker, that number's 300.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. How much could a Neanderthal do as like his like hobby?
A lot.
Dude's fucking hands look like catcher's mitts.
Yeah.
Like, it used to scare me when I was a kid. Like he would, if the adult's like, hey, come here. And then you go like, oh no, I'm in trouble. And so you go to run. You'd go to run and you'd feel that fucking hand grab your shoulder. And it was like a gargoyle, like fucking hands. He had calluses around his fingernails and shit. Yeah. Blacksmiths don't.
That's a cool hobby. Did he make anything for you?
Yeah.
Like a little dagger or a knife or anything?
I got a shield right here.
Maybe
a kite shield.
Oh, that's
when
cool.
I was really
that's awesome.
I used to play Diablo 2 all the time. I was like, I want a shield like the Paladin. And he's like, what did it look like? I was like, I don't know. And so he was like, okay, I'll make you that.
That's pretty cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah. And I got it taken away from me for a while because I hit my brother with the fucking sharp corner end on it. And then I wasn't able to have my awesome shield for like a year and a half.